The story begins with Omni-Man cutting through the clouds high above the earth. The wind howls past him as he descends. For once, he feels peace. After everything, he's finally coming home. As Omni-Man lands with a thud outside the Graysons, he lets out a breath. A smile tugs at his lips. "Honey, I'm home." He stops cold. Standing in the entryway, backlit by the warm glow of the house, is Mark, his son. Omni-Man stares in disbelief. It's not a hallucination. 5 long years, and now Mark stands here like no time passed at all. Emotion wells in his chest, crashing over him like a wave. Without a word, he surges forward, wrapping his arms around Mark in a crushing embrace. Mark returns it with a small, knowing smile. "It's good to see you, Dad." Nolan's voice cracks with disbelief. "How long have you been back?" Mark nods, explaining calmly. "There was an attack. Communications were down. I just made it home. Mom told me everything." Across the room, Debbie watches silently. Tara looks up, bright-eyed. "Daddy is strong like you, Papa. He even lets me fly if he goes really slow." Omni-Man laughs and scoops her up with ease. "Oh? Now I'm jealous." But Tara pouts, folding her arms. "You fly too fast. You scare me." Omni-Man raises an eyebrow, voice gentle but firm. "I want you to be strong, Peanut. I scare you so you can learn to overcome fear. If you do everything slowly, you'll always be afraid." Debbie shoots him a look. "Not now, Nolan. She's too young for one of your life lessons." The laughter fades. Mark's smile lingers, but his eyes cloud over. Later, father and son sit in the kitchen. That's when Mark finally breaks the silence. "Why are you friends with Rex?" Omni-Man's expression shifts. The question he's dreaded. He exhales slowly. "Rex has wisdom, Mark. He's an ally of the Viltrumite Empire. Over time, that alliance grew into friendship. I wish you could have seen all the good he did before the war." Mark tenses. "I don't care what he's done. Not after everything he did." Nolan's tone remains steady. "Some people still oppose him, but even they saw standing with him as the only way to win the war." Before the tension can break, a thunderous blast rattles the house. Boom! Mark and Omni-Man shoot to their feet. In the living room, Atom Eve, powers ablaze, stands with her arm outstretched. Across from her, Anissa lies crumpled against a shattered wall, smoke rising around her. "You try my patience, woman. I don't want to kill you." Anissa snarls, eyes glowing. "I'd love to see you try," Eve spits. Omni-Man acts instantly. "Get Tara out of here." Debbie nods and rushes her away as Mark dives in, grabbing Eve's arm. "Eve, stop this." Debbie grabs Tara, shielding her behind the couch as glass rains down. Tara screams, confused and scared. She shakes, furious. "Don't help her, Mark." Omni-Man lands next to Anissa, offering her a hand. When Eve surges forward again, fury blazing, Mark holds her back with both arms. "I don't want you killing someone or her killing you." Eve's voice trembles with rage. "After what she did to you, I can't just let this go." Omni-Man freezes. He turns, eyes locked on Eve. "What did you say?" His gaze shifts to Anissa, narrowing down on her. Then he moves, swift and brutal. Closing his hands on Anissa's throat, he grabs her effortlessly. "What did you do to my son?" Anissa's eyes widen, panic replacing anger. I didn't." By this point, Mark also raises his voice, desperate. "Dad, she didn't do anything." Eve clenches her jaw. "Mark? She didn't do anything," Mark repeats. Omni-Man studies Mark's face. His eyes flicker, then he lets go. Anissa gasps for air, stumbling back. Her voice is faint. "I just came to say, not now. Leave." She hesitates, then nods once and vanishes. The house falls still again. Later that night, the living room is calm. Tara snoozes quietly on Eve's lap, cradled against her chest. The hum of a distant city replaces the earlier chaos. Eve strokes Tara's hair and murmurs, "I'm sorry. She asked me about you, Mark. I couldn't believe it. I lost it. I don't remember the last time I was that furious." Mark stands nearby, eyes hollow. "Do you think I don't have enough going on already?" He sinks onto the couch beside her, rubbing his temples. "The last thing I need is my parents knowing. Who knows what my dad would do?" Eve meets his eyes, quiet and firm. "You need to figure out something. He's not going to believe that nothing happened." Mark looks toward Tara, sleeping, peaceful, innocent. This is what matters. It's all I care about. Us, my family." Mark whispers, "I don't want anything to ever get in the way of that." Elsewhere, across the city, Anissa enters a quiet home on the edge of town. Inside, a man rocks a baby girl, smiling up as Anissa walks through the door. "She asleep?" she asks softly. "Just zonked out," he replies. She kneels beside him and kisses his forehead. "You're a good man, Scott." He laughs. Told you I could handle it. Then they hear a patter of feet. Mommy? A young boy sprints toward her and leaps into her arms. I missed you. You were gone too long. She hugs him tight, burying her face in his neck. Don't worry, Marky. I'll never leave you. Silence. That name. It lands like a hammer in the quiet night. Marky. He doesn't know the weight of his name. He doesn't know the truth about his mother's past, or who his real father is. To him, his dad is Scott. Later, Anissa watches her family from the porch with a smile. For the first time in a long time, she looks content. This is the life she's chosen now. Not as a Viltrumite warrior, but as a wife, a mother. How lucky are we, Earthman? She can't help but ask. You mean how lucky I am, right? And to answer, I feel pretty damn lucky, Scott replies. But even in peace, there are cracks. Anissa's smile falters as she notices Scott's expression shift. Scott turns away, his voice softer. You can fly out to the stars, walk on the moon. I just can't help but think, how is this enough for you? Anissa doesn't hesitate. She steps forward and reassures him, touching his face. I wasn't myself until I met you. I don't want to be who I was before. I don't like that person. Frankly, she scares me. And just like that, we see it. Maybe Anissa is changing. Maybe Earth and Scott are helping her grow into something better. But that moment of love doesn't last. One day, the peace of the neighborhood is replaced by the sound of weeping. Mothers clutch their children tight, trembling. Others simply stare. A tall figure steps forward, calm, composed, terrifying in their stillness. I know it will be hard to believe, but I sincerely apologize for any stress this may cause. The voice was cold as ice. It is not my intention to alarm you, or your children. For me, this is an unpleasant, but unavoidable task. The floor is littered with utensils and shattered ceramic. Blood trails smear across the white tiles. Scott lies there, clutching his ribs, gasping. His body is bent, but his eyes are locked forward, on the horror unfolding before him. It's Robot. With your Viltrumite parents occupied, you are vulnerable. He's not just kidnapping them, he's recruiting them, grooming the next generation of superpowered soldiers before they're old enough to question him. The second enforcer clamps its iron grip around Marky, who screams in panic. Mama, Dad! It's for your own good. Omni-Man and Atom Eve finally confront Anissa for the pain she inflicted on Mark. But just as the dust settles and a fragile peace begins to take shape, Robot makes his move. In the shadows, he kidnaps Mark's hidden son, Marky, tearing apart the quiet life Anissa tried to build. In a single moment, the past crashes into the present with devastating force. This is personal. This is the beginning of a war. And no one is ready for what comes next.